There's been kind of three channels that we're working. So one is returning to research, which never went off, but many of the researchers now are seeking to return on a more concentrated basis as campus is returning. So that's one channel. The other one is returning to academics, which is a much more complicated situation where you have to figure out how are you teaching classes, how do you manage the flow of students. And then the third one, which is a significant challenge, is being addressed by our student affairs. And it really is, how do you handle students as they're returning back to campus. So our semester starts on August 19th here at Berkeley. So that's when academics needs to be in place. It's been, without a doubt, a very, very busy time. The procurement strategies for research has been focused on several things. One, we wanted to ensure that when researchers come in and on that date, that they did not come into empty labs. So all the labs were already outfitted with their consumables and what they needed in place. Then we started working with our major suppliers and having them create a list of their commonly used items by lab space and by actually individuals. We're going to pre-order these things for you. So when it opens up, we're going to ensure these suppliers already have these in inventory. With academics, it's been an effort to ensure that that the IT infrastructure is in place for remote learning. We've also been very active in purchasing laptops for students. So based upon your economic need. We just finished last week the procurement of close to 4,000 laptops for students that will be shipped out, truly both in North America and internationally, and then all the activities going with supporting the facilities. You know, I think every campus is asking the same questions, and they're pretty much focused on very similar solutions. It's just a little unique to your campus. It's very interesting. So yesterday, arranged a call with Disney, and the discussion was, you know, if anyone knows how to manage crowds and how to do both crowd control and large groups in a public space, it would be Disney. And I was able to get a hold of the vice president of global sourcing. So he handles all the global Disney parks. The things that Disney's doing are the exact same things that we're discussing. It really is signage. How do you ensure that people practice social distancing, limiting capacity in the parks? So similar to our campuses, which we'll find, we're going to, we'll be limiting the number of individuals on campus at one time. And so same with them, they're limiting theirs to 25% or they're about that number. It is, how do you manage queuing? Now you have students queuing to get into a class, and then you have to ensure the students that are in the class exit very quickly. Students that are waiting to queue to get back in the class are socially distancing. And then how do you disinfect? Simple things like, what are the protocols in restrooms and elevators? Disney World, they said they have 80,000 cast members that they have to manage. So how do they manage those 80,000 cast members that are working in Orlando in that heat and all wearing masks? So again, I think these are the same challenges hitting every one of our campuses. So at Berkeley, of course, we're creating hand sanitizer, and it was really done by 2 graduate students that wanted to assist the homeless and underprivileged who could not afford hand sanitizer. So that sprung up, and they're supplying now hand sanitizer also to the campus. When we distributed out cloth face masks, there were complaints that the ear straps on the face masks were either too tight or binding. College of Engineering went out immediately and started 3D printing mask holders. Even down to where for nasal swabs, the College of Engineering said, okay, we can produce those for you. I'm very interested in what's going to happen in the fall as many campuses similar to Berkeley has procured these electrostatic cleaners. This is equipment that sprays on a disinfectant mist that has an electrostatic charge that clings to surfaces, and it clings to it, and in 10 minutes, it has cleaned that surface, letting this technology clean large spaces very easily, very quickly, and very effectively. The thing I've gotten so excited about this is I've learned so much more about virology. So these viruses truly are not alive. They're just like a little machine that their existence is just to complete their function, but they are not alive. We have videos from professors that talk about the virus, give background on it, how it's spread, what their research has shown, the impact of it on both public, the election. So we had one on how the pandemic will influence the 2020 election and such. Also the CRISPR labs, because they're testing, so we're on calls with them regularly, and School of Public Health. So some of these very, very famous professors now leading the discussions on what we should be doing and such. You should know about this because you're living it now every day. You're trying to bring back the university. So the more you can understand about it, the better you're going to do your job. For us, it's making sure that we know what the EPA approved disinfectant list is, making sure products are FDA approved, things in our supply chain that we hadn't focused on previously. While this has been a very difficult time, it really is to acknowledge and embrace this time of 2020 that we're in. We truly are experiencing this the time that will go down in the history books, and we're all part of it. And now we're contributing to this. We're contributing our effort to, support both higher education during this very, very significant time through testing, through our universities that have hospitals, and we should all be extremely proud that we're part of this great university system.